as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run on first down. Finney, he'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Connor, well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Hold him up. You don't want this.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Big ass.
From the 41, Bridgewater, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, it's Connor trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Yates. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Mike 46. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
46 to Mike. Man, I got you.
On third down, Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Hey, go get him. Shut up.
They'll run on first down. Finney. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down now. Finney. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 35 on second down, Bridgewater. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. This will be fielded at the 17. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go. Check 37. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former Michigan State Spartan, the rookie Justin Lane, there to bat it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you. Check 99. 46 to Mike. 46. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Switch. Look, small. 46 to Mike. 46 to Magic. Here we go.
Jackson now. Throwing again. Going for the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10.
59, Mark. Check, 59. Let's get the ball. Go. 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You better bring it. You better bring it.
Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a new, I'm doing it, though.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 27, Bridgewater. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Set.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike 46. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get in the right room. One twist.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Moore, 77 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
You got nothing.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finney, he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He'll field this at the 5. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
46 to Mike, 46. Here we go, D.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Go.
Now Jackson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Jackson, he's going to air one out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Mike, 46. Watch the slats. Watch the slat. 46 to Mike, 46. Hey.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Yates. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
To throw again is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
55's Mike, guys. 50. Watch the pass.
Jackson on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Connor. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Berry on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Yates. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
everybody. It's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's gone. And his first look is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. From the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Hannah. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, after marching down the field.
Like 20.
Now Goff on 1st down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, Hannah, and he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again, Hannah. And this is Parker, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. Ooh, with a juke. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the...
Cut. 180. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Looking for Woods that time, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff now to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
A gain of 12.
On first down, Hannah. And he finds Parker here, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hannah. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Here we go. 20.
Goff on first down. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Goff. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And they got a man. It's Woods. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on second down, Goff. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, Hannah, and he slings one that's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hannah. It's caught. Lockett. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. Hannah. And this is incomplete. Parker the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His first touchdown.
Break that. 20. 54 Mike. Hey, Shell. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's letting it fly. That's caught inside the 20. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And it's caught by Parker. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
We got this.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Jerron Harmon makes the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
that's right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 63 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, Hannah. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was looking to get it to Parker again. 3rd down here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Hannah. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Looking to throw. Hannah, he lets it fly for Lockett, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hannah, and incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. This is McCaffrey. And able to work his way down to the 16. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Ram 16.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
To throw on third down, Hannah, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's the Los Angeles. Here's McCaffrey. A little juke. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Looking to throw. Hannah looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Goff throwing again. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they get a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Check 41. Hey!
And they give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got this down to the 35. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Hannah. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on E.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Detroit... On first down, Stafford here. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Stafford now to throw. Complete to Jones. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. On first down, it's Stafford.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got room. 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Carry on, Johnson. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Stafford being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes. On first down, it's Johnson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Carry on Johnson with his... On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen.
Set, 180. Check, 48, the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass in the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend. They begin the drive with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. The 40, the 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it.
There we go. Nice move. Nice move. Yeah. 180.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, box drop.
Stafford going to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
58, boys, 58.
Now Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
It's caught inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, it's Stafford. This complete to Jones. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 2 now, second and goal. Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down.